All right, happy Monday morning. Weekly auction number 147, Fanatics Collect Weekly. This is your every single Monday morning recap. We've got two unlicensed Victor Wembanyama 1-of-1 patch autos from Mercury doing battle with the great 1984 Star 101 in a pretty high grade. It's interesting at the top, but that's not the whole story. We've got a bunch of Jordan stuff that sold. High grade 90s Jordan inserts and parallels that broke records. I'm going to be ringing this cowbell. Stay tuned, watch the video, enjoy this. Hopefully this gets your week off to a great start. If you ever want to use Fanatics Collect to sell your cars, just remember to use the promo code Cajun. Enjoy the video, have a great week this week. Here we go. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. Again, Fanatics Weekly Auction number 147 ended last night, Sunday evening. These weekly Fanatics Collect auctions always end on Sunday evening. November 10th, we're going to look at the top 48 cards. We're going to start at the bottom, work our way up to the top. Remember, all of the data, all of the sales information, all of the pricing, all of the charts that you see, that's all Card Ladder. I am a Card Ladder affiliate partner. I highly recommend you guys looking into Card Ladder if you collect cards the way that I collect cards as both an investor and a collector. It's real simple. Just go to cardladder.com and subscribe. It's ultra cheap. It's too cheap. Make sure you use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N, and let them know that Cajun Cardboard sent you. All right, let's get cranking. Here we go. We're on Fanatics Collect Weekly, which means if you're ever selling or consigning your cards on Fanatics Collect, again, use the same promo code, Cajun, C-A-J-U-N. I can't tell you how many kind messages I get from people saying, Cajun, wish me luck. I submitted X, Y, and Z to, Fanatics Collect. Hopefully it goes well. Keep me posted. And I use the promo code Cajun. It gives me a warm, tingly sensation. It's fantastic. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing my job as an affiliate partner with Fanatics Collect. And if it's a big enough card, I'll even give your card a huge shout out and put a direct link on my Instagram story to try to get some more eyeballs onto your big card that you're selling in the Fanatics Collect Weekly. All right, let's start at the bottom. We got a LaMelo Ball, a ton of LaMelo Ball in here. I don't know what happened here. Did somebody finally say, you know what, LaMelo Ball's played 4 games without breaking his ankle. I'm going to sell everything I have. Keep track at home. Keep score at home. Let me know how many LaMelo Ball cards sold. I didn't count the first time I went through real quick when I put the Card Ladder data together, but let's count how many LaMelo Ball cards. This is his 2020 Flawless Rookie Gold 10-10. It is a 710 grade, but it is card number 10 of 10. Sold for $3,600. Right next to it, the first card we're going to look up in Card Ladder is none other than the 1997 Skybox Z-Force Big Men on Court, a hierarchy card. Of course, this PSA 9 did $3,840. There's the card right there, Lenticular City on that surface. This one, and it's going to be a little bit of a theme here. You guys stay with me. We're going to ring that bell. Don't worry. We're going to ring that damn bell, that damn cowbell. We're going to hit that bell as hard as can be, but not on this one, guys. This one's coming back. This is a Pop 50 card, and not really a high pop card, not a high print run card. It's been graded 267 cards between PSA and BGS. There are only right at 100 gems out there, so this is next best in class. This is a Pop 50 in a PSA 9. There it is right there, and what did I do? I zoomed out. And this card came way down. This card was on a very noticeable, very steady, up and to the right trend. It was up well over 50% from all the way down from 2,500. The card got all the way up to 4,500, almost 50% there. Well, no, more than 50% there, almost double. The card last sold 45.23, and then it dropped all the way down here to 33.63. So this is interesting. Are we seeing a little bit of an adjustment on Jordan cards, or did somebody just get lucky and pick up a card for well below market value? Let me know what you think in the comments about about this 97 BMOC. It is the lowest of 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7 sales, this is the lowest of those 7 sales. A Tim Duncan Retro PMG Green, serial number to 50. Pop 1 in PSA 7 does 38.40. Another 38.40 is a Paul George rookie. And this is an interesting year of National Treasures. I think they're interesting looking cards, but this is also the Platinum parallel. So you're looking literally at one of Paul George's greatest rookie cards ever. Is Paul George a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I haven't looked close enough at his numbers. Let's see. He's never won a title. Has he been to a finals? I don't think he's been to a finals. I don't know if he can do enough just stacking up enough individual accolades. I mean, he's not like a Damian Lillard, level player who's just stacked up so many All-NBAs and so many, All-Star teams, and he's a top 75. I don't know if Paul George has enough. I haven't really looked very closely. Anybody out there that collects Paul George, let me know. Is Paul George a Hall of Famer? I really, honestly am asking the question. I have not looked close enough at it. Seems like a great beta, but not quite the alpha that teams are looking for to win a title. So we'll see. Maybe he breaks through this year with the Sixers if they can ever get healthy. Maxey and Embiid both out. So we'll see if Paul George can carry the load and not get hurt himself. That is a serial number to 5, BGS 9.5. Did 38.40 last night. That seems really cheap to me, not because I think Paul George is this great investment, but because this is a really good Paul George card. I mean, that's a really, really good Paul George card right there. Nice pickup. 38.40 doesn't seem like very much money. I mean, in other words, what are the odds Banchero has a better career than Paul George? I don't know. Let me know that in the comments as well. And I know it's real easy to say, well, Banchero is already this, and he's already doing this. Let's just see, if he ends up having a better career than Paul George. Banchero, serial number 25, PSA 8 does 4,080. Banchero, flawless rookie patch auto, serial number 2. 25. The title Fanatics did not do a good job on this title. It should say, not that you're going to miss this card, but it should say Star Swatch somewhere in there, right? So people see it. This is the SSS PBC, serial number 25, and it's raw encased in that original Fanatics Snapdown. 4,080 for that one. A Luka Doncic downtown, for some reason, graded by SGC. I mean, I'm cracking and resubbing that to PSA even to get an 8. That card does 4,080. A Jordan 57 Fleer rookie card, BGS 7 does 4,200. And we've got a 2023 Select Victor Wembanyama Elephant Prism, the parallel everyone's been waiting for, right? The world famous Elephant Prism, number 288. This is a Pop 8 card. It is not serial numbered, but I know it's super low print run. This is a Pop 8 in a PSA 10 slab. It does 4,200, and here you go. There's the card. There's a lot going on in the back of that card. At least it's licensed, though. We'll start there. But what I want you guys to pay attention to is this card sold for 4,200. The last one sold for 4,500. The last one sold for 6,000. So this is the lowest sale ever for this card. It's sold 3 times this year. This is the lowest price ever sold for this card. So there is a downward trend on Victor Wembanyama as expected. Next to that, we've got to take it to .net. Remember, the first Jordan card we looked at was that 97 BMOC, and it took a pretty serious downward turn from the last sale. Well, we've got another PSA 9, another important Jordan card, and this one is a serial numbered card. It's the 1998 Flair Showcase Take It to .net PSA 9, which this card actually grades pretty damn well, which we're about to see. This card sold for $43.20. There's the card right there. Great image of Jordan. You guys know you've seen this one on the hierarchy, of course. This is a serial number to 1,000, Pop 83 in PSA 9. There are a lot of gems out there. This card was on a nice, steady, just like the BMOC, up into the right trend over the last 2 years. It's still up 44%, but check out this recent trend. Maybe there's an adjustment being made here by Jordan collectors too much too quickly, right? We talked about it with the Star 101, and that was on a whole nother level of way too much too quickly for no reason. But we're even seeing it on the 90s inserts and parallels as expected. When a card goes up, 80, 100% sometimes even over an 18-month to a 2-month period, we're going to see some regression, some saturation, just some pause, some patience being shown. 4,800 is the highest the card has sold for over the last 2 years. Again, 21 sales is a pretty good sample size. From the 4,800 peak, which was just 4 months ago, almost exactly, down to 4,680. Down to 4,500 and down again last night to 4,320. So if you're looking to get into a PSA 9 Flair Showcase Take It to .net, you're getting into a nice juicy little area here where if this thing dips below 4,000, you know, maybe a couple months ago you never thought you'd ever see it below 4,000 again. We might be trending in that direction, or maybe the next one, you never know, bumps up and it's the highest sale in the last 2 years. You just don't know what you're going to get with Jordan cards. It is a new PSA label, so that's not an excuse right there. 98 Upper Deck Encore game dated gold effects Kobe serial number to 125. Guys, this is a PSA 10 Pop 1. So I don't know much about this card. I know MJ has one, but this Kobe is a $4,320 sale for that third year Kobe game dated gold right there. Opulence, that product that, you know, was meant to be high end. It was meant to be up there with the Flawless, the Immaculates, the National Treasures, and it just didn't catch on. For whatever reason, the Panini Opulence, which looked to be almost an extension of that former gold standard product from Panini, didn't really catch on. This is Luka's serial number to 79, BGS 9 mint rookie patch auto, 4,440 for that card. Next to that, here's our second LaMelo Ball. Keep track at home. Serial number to 25, flawless patch rookie auto, BGS 9.5, pop 2, none higher, 4560. It's a 3-color patch. It's a good-looking card right there. And then next to it, we got to look this up. It's a Jordan 90s insert, and it's a big one. It's a hierarchy card. It's the Records collection. It's impossible to gem, but this one is a mixed gem with a 9 edges and a 10 for surface. This BGS 9.5, we've seen 2 Jordan cards adjust. What about the Records collection? There it is. Beautiful card. November 10th, last night, it sold, and it also took a little bit of a downward turn. So now we're 3 for 3, right? And I've told you guys know I kill for Jordan inserts and parallels. I talk about it. I think about it. I dream about it. I talk about it every single day, but I'm always going to deliver the truth. This is a disturbing little trend here. Not disturbing because it's great, because there's a lot of these inserts and parallels that I still need, that you still need, that a new Jordan collector still needs. Or maybe there's people that are on the sidelines saying, I can't collect Jordan. They're all going up, and I'm not going to buy into something that's on such a, you know, absurd up into the right trend. Well, maybe you take another look. Maybe this is going to allow new would-be Jordan collectors, hierarchy card type collectors, to dip their toes in the water and pick up a Records collection, even in a BGS 9.5, under $5,000. Guys, this is a pop 18 in BGS 9.5. It's a pop 15 in PSA 10. That means there's 33 gems of this card between PSA and BGS in the entire world. Look at the gem rates for those guys, 13% and 4.49%. Very tough card to pick up. Again, card is still up 42% over the last 2 years, so just kind of keep that in mind, but we're seeing a little bit of a hint of maybe a correction. But stay tuned. The video is not over. Harley Davidson patch auto Giannis from 2017. This is serial number to only 5. It's an upside down patch too. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I don't collect patches. Do y'all like that? Do you hate that? Wouldn't you rather the Davidson be the other way? This one is upside down. Serial number 3 out of 5. It'd be cool if Giannis was number 35, but he's not. 4,680 for that raw right there. Good looking card. And then Wembanyama, let's check in again. This one is going to be significantly more common than the Elephant Prism. We saw the Elephant Prism was the lowest price ever. And ever is, you know, it's a 3 sample size, and all of them were sold in 2024. This is his Prism Blue, serial number to 199. And it sold for $4,800. I've got it right here. I've got it sorted by price. This is the lowest price in history. $4,800 is the lowest price the card has ever sold for in 26 sales. If you switch this, you can see the card was once over $10,000, $9,000, $8,000, $7,000. It just keeps going down and down and down. And again, I don't think it's because of Victor Wembanyama, the player. I just think because people are getting desensitized because there's too many inserts and parallels and too many rookie options printed. So be very careful buying into even the licensed Prism Victor Wembanyama stuff. I don't think we're at the price point, the saturation point. I think there's still room to drop. I'm not saying you can never buy into Victor Wembanyama. I'm not telling anybody what to buy or not to buy. I'm just saying this ain't the rarest card in the world. You're talking about a card that's already got 61 PSA 10s. You can always pick this card up. You can pick it up at any point in any day. I could probably go on eBay right now and find this card even in a PSA 10. There's 61 of them. All right, next to it, third LaMelo Ball card, another patch auto, another flawless, serial number 15, the Ruby Parallel, pop 4, 1 graded higher, 4,800. Caitlin Clark does 4,800. We've got a Michael Jordan high voltage. We're going to see two high voltages. We're going to see the high voltage base here, and then you're going to get a lesson. There's an actual parallel of this high voltage that you're looking at on your screen called the high voltage 500. We're going to get to that. Just wait. That's a much bigger card, Tier 2 hierarchy card. This is just the base high voltage insert, but a great looking card nonetheless. It is a min gem. We've seen 3 Jordan inserts and parallels that have gone down from their last sale, where we are trying to figure out what's going on. This one holds steady, but it is a little bit down. So from 49.20 to 4,800, but this one came way down from a whopping 67.50 back in December of last year. So almost 10 months ago, card sold for 67.50. It's come way down from there, almost 2,000 full dollars. Now again, we can go view all sales. We can go back to that sale, and guess what? It is a quad gem. Does that matter? Hell yeah, that matters. It's a quad gem. This is a min gem. That does matter, especially when you're a Pop 40 card. You're talking about a card here that only has 58 gem copies, and so if you can go quad, well, now you're probably in the top 20, top 30, top 40, something like that, right? So subgrades do matter on these BGS 9.5s, especially with some of those nefarious rogues out there who are looking to buy 9.5s and cross them to PSA. Who would do something so disturbing, so sacrilegious as to crack a Jordan BGS 9.5 gem and try to get back a PSA 10? It's out there, right? And why is it out there? Here, let me just show you why it's out there. This is why it's out there, because a PSA 10 sells for $1 bazillion. Yeah, the last one sold for 12,000 freaking dollars. So if you crack it and sub it, you just doubled your money overnight, right? Next to that, we got a Skybox Autographics Purple Parallel, serial number to 25. I'm not familiar with this product. It is a LeBron rookie. It's a BGS 9.5, Pop 3, none higher. Sold for $4,800. A nice little Fanatics Eye Appeal sticker, 30% sticker on this PSA 7. It really is a good looking PSA 7. This is somebody's got to be pissed, right? Looks just like an 8, 8.5. This is a good looking 7 as far as centering goes, as far as Eye Appeal goes. And Eye Appeal, remember, is gauged just by the front when it comes to an Eye Appeal sticker from Fanatics, at least. You know, Mike Baker authentication, they look at the back. Fanatics, no, they look at the front. $4,920 for this PSA 7. And then we've got a Championship Galaxy PSA 9, a follower of my Instagram account and a subscriber on YouTube. Shout out to you, sir. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but you posted that this was a nice hierarchy Championship Galaxy PSA 9 that you paid very aggressively on. Well, did you? Let's go check it out. $4,920. There's the card. It comes from what I think is the best 90s basketball set in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I think the 97 Metal Universe is the best basketball card set from the 90s. That's, again, my personal opinion. The PSA 9's a Pop 52. There's not very many 10s out there. There's really not very many BGS 9.5s either. I think this card's been graded a little bit over 300 times, maybe 226 times between the two big companies. 26 10s, 43 9.5. So there's 69 of these out there in gem condition. This, guys, was the highest selling Championship Galaxy PSA 9 over the last 2 years. Was it an all-time record? Of course not. 2021, remember? Yeah, 2021. The card sold for $5,000, almost $5,400. So we're still about $2,000 shy of the all-time high. So it's really funny because some cards have blasted past the 2021 all-time record highs. Some cards are way 40% below the 2021 record highs. I wouldn't panic too much picking this card up for that price. Over the last 2 years, it is the highest, but it's still way down from 2021 peak. So I'd feel really good about picking up this PSA 9 copy, especially in that nice PSA new label. Next to it, we got a card. I have no idea what this is. It's a Upper Deck Nestle Crunch Michael Jordan. I guess it's just an in-person autograph with no grade for anything, but it is an authenticated autograph. So this definitely was autographed by Michael Jordan, and I think it's just a nice little cheap 1997 Upper Deck Nestle Crunch card. So I don't think it's like a very valuable card by any stretch. But when you throw a Michael Jordan autograph on it and it's authenticated, you know, you're doing okay. That card sells for $5,040. And then LaMelo Ball card number 4, flawless again. Rookie again, patch auto again, serial number to 25, PSA 8 does 5160, and now we are moving on to page number 1, and we're going to zoom down here to card Number 24. So the 24th highest selling card is a 1996 Flair Showcase Allen Iverson Row 0 PSA 9. I feel like we saw a PSA 10 sell for not too long ago, and it did set an all-time record. This PSA 9 sells for $5,160, and that's a Pop 16. There are 2 PSA 10s out there. Row 0 probably the most sought after of all the rows of 1996 Flair Showcase, as is the case for 97 as well. SGA now, ooh, he's on his own, man. No big men in Oklahoma City. They played Aaron Wiggins at center last night, and some dude named Ousmane Dieng, who is absolutely horrific. I did watch the game, and I found out the unfortunate news that the foundational big man on my fantasy basketball team, Chet Holmgren, fractured his hip. He is out for at least 8 to 10 weeks. He's not the thickest cat around. He's not what they call Mr. Thickness. You know what I mean? He looks like an animated skeleton. He fractured his hip, so that's not good. I'm assuming when he comes back, they'll kind of, ease him in slowly. So basically, my fantasy basketball season is screwed beyond belief because he's my shot blocker and he's my big, right? This serial number to 10, SGA, he may run off and go for the MVP now. If they can win the West without Chet Holmgren, without all these other big guys that are hurt, Hartenstein's hurt, the bad Jalen Williams is hurt. 2018 Immaculate SGA 2-color patch autograph. It's a BGS 9. We got to check on here. Is it a 10 for the autograph? Let's look at the back of it. It is. Okay, so that's always good. You want to make sure it's always a 10 for the autograph. And I just got, see, I'm getting time warped out of here. This is happening a lot lately. Fanatics Collect, got to get that together. Should take you right back to where you were on the page before, but it's not doing that recently. Kobe Bryant, CGC Authenticated. Remember, if you want to sell raw cards on Fanatics Collect, this is what they're going to look like when you decide to sell them. This one looks way off center, by the way. This Kobe Bryant 2018 Panini Contenders Historic Cracked Ice is in a CGC certified. It's a semi-rigid. It's like a card saver, right? With the CGC slab on there. You've got the little QR code. You can go look at it, see the condition. This is how raw cards are sold on Fanatics Collect. The only time you'll see a raw card sold without one of these CGC things is if it looks like that, I think it was a Boncaro or maybe it was a LaMelo Ball we looked at where it was in that sealed flawless deal. They will leave those in there if they're in the original flawless, untampered, the tamper-proof thingy, whatever. Otherwise, if you send a raw card in, you got to pay I think it's a $3 fee or something like that to get it CGC authenticated and then sold. You can still use the promo code Cajun when you submit your raw cards, which is a great time for me to remind you, and I'm about to do this, guys. I'm looking over here down to my right. I have literally got about 12,000 cards from the 90s, and it's all Iverson, Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, Jordan. I say 12. It's probably 15, 20,000. Shaq, Jordan, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Elijah Wan, David Robinson, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill. Go down the list. Name them all. They're down here. I'm going to send these things to Fanatics Collect. Everyone that I think is worth 10 or 12, maybe $20, I'm going to send them all up there. I looked at them. I don't think they're grade worthy, but raw cards still have value. If just because you don't think it looks like it's a PSA 10, it doesn't mean it doesn't have value, especially when you got thousands of them. If you're like me, if you've got 10, 20, 40, 50, hundreds of raw cards, get back in the game, take your raw cards, go open a submission, send them all to Fanatics Collect, use the promo code Cajun. I think it's $3 if you sell them. If you keep them in your vault and you don't sell them, it may cost more. I really should know that as an affiliate partner. But if you're just looking to get out of a bunch of raw cards, you don't want to take pictures and do all the listing and do all the shipping and do all the cardboard sandwich and the shipping on eBay, send them to Fanatics Collect, use the promo code Cajun. A lot of my friends are doing that. A lot of people that watch the channel are doing that. They're cashing out. The money comes back into your Fanatics Collect account. If you then want to use that money to bid on Fanatics Collect weekly auctions, just leave the money in your account. That's kind of what I do. If you're short on change and you got to go pay bills and buy milk and, deal with inflation and all the other crap, or, send your kids to school like I'm having to do and pay for their lunches, just request a wire. It comes out every Wednesday. You get a wire into your account, and now you got real money. Go out and do whatever the hell you want with it, right? That Kobe sells for $5,280. My point was, get out of these raw cards that you don't want anymore and go buy a damn graded card that you love, that you can't wait to post on Instagram and say, look at me, right? That's what the hobby's about. Not, from a braggadocious standpoint, but it's like, look where I'm going with my collection. Look what I'm doing. That's what this freaking hobby is about. Is like sharing your collection pathway with others and then seeing others do the same. It's a beautiful part about Instagram and Facebook. LeBron James Opulence, there's that product again. These things were popular. 2018 Panini Opulence NBA Finals LeBron patch, serial number to 16. This is a huge-ass card, by the way. 5280, 8.5 Jordan does 5640. LaMelo number 5, flawless again. Serial number to 5. Rookie again. Patch again. Auto again. This one is This one is NBA. Before they transitioned to CGC authentication, they were NBA authenticated, and so this one should have a heat map if you wanted to go in and look at it and potentially grade this card. It's a pretty big card right here. Serial number to 5, LaMelo Ball. Again, his ankles may break in half at any given moment, but we'll see. I want to look this up. Why? Because I think it's beautiful. I love legacy collections. I didn't collect really 98s because it doesn't feature the great Michael Jeffrey Jordan, but it does feature none other than Kobe Bryant. This is his row 2, serial number to 99. As a BGS 9.5, it is a pop 14, and there is a 10 out there, but this one does 5760. Is that a good or a bad sale for the Kobe Bryant 98 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection? Well, it's a really good sale. 5760 is up significantly. It's up $2,800 plus. From the last BGS 9.5 that sold on 90s auctions way back about a year ago in 2023. By the way, nice time to shout out 90s auctions while I'm doing an auction recap on Fanatics Collect. The world's big enough. You can buy cards from different websites, right? And then we've got more Kobe, 3151. What if we sort by the highest price ever paid for this card in a 9.5? Well, it's still 8100, so let's pump the brakes a little bit. Kobe prices seem to be doing well. This is a very, very good sale for this card. This is a really good looking card, guys. Look at this card. I love Flair Showcase because you always got extra images. Bonus points if you can identify who this clown is that's on the Lakers, number 45, just over Kobe's right shoulder. I'll give you a hint. He played for Arizona. His name is Sean Rooks, and I think that's Luke Longley right there, maybe in his Phoenix Suns days or something like that. I don't know, but that is definitely the legendary Sean Rooks, Arizona Wildcat phenom. Shimmer, red shimmer, Jason Tatum, serial numbered 8 out of 8. This BGS 9.5 is a pop 3, none higher. Tatum is definitely in the MVP hunt. Why? Because the Celtics are going to win like 80 games. That's why. Because everybody in the East is hurt and the Bucks suck. And so who else is going to beat the freaking Celtics ever? All right. And so they will take a night off here and there. And they're playing, they played a few games without Jaylen Brown. They haven't gotten KP back yet, Porzingis back yet. But once those guys get in the mix, it's lights out, man. The Celtics are going to run away with the East, which means best player, best team argument, never won an MVP. He's going to be there with SGA. He's going to be there with Jokic. He's going to be there with Doncic. It's going to be the usual suspects. I don't think anybody else could sneak in. Maybe Donovan Mitchell, if somehow the Cavs win the East or something crazy like that. Maybe somebody else in the West if their team somehow wins the West. I mean, right now, like the freaking Warriors are up there. They're not going to finish in the top 5 or 6. We know that. But right now, Steph Curry's up there, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Jordan PSA 8, 6,600. It's way too early to be doing these MVP ladders. That's the funniest crap ever, right? Like Karl Anthony Towns should be on your MVP ladder right now if you're doing MVP ladders. PSA 8 Jordan does 6,600. Let's look this up. 98 Kobe Bryant, upper deck game jersey Kobe Bryant, and it says patch. But I don't think that's correct. I think there's a 98 upper deck game jersey, and then correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I think there's also a 98 upper deck game jersey patch, which is much, much more rare. This is not the patch, but Fanatics put patch in there. I think if it was the patch, it would be card number GJP21, but this is not. I think this is just the jersey, but let's look it up and see if that's good. We'll look up 2 Kobe cards in a row. See, there's your card. I think it would say game-worn jersey patch on it, and it would be a little bit better piece of his jersey. This is the highest price ever paid for this card, so let's go ahead and ding the bell in any grade, right? And this is PSA 9, so this is the highest price ever paid for this card. I wonder if there is has a patch ever sold? I might be crazy on this, guys. I have no idea. And maybe it is supposed to be called Fanatics patch. I don't know. Wait, I'll ring the bell. I just rang the bell. That's not right. Where is this card? Why is it not pulling up? That is from 2022. This is not the record. Yeah, something's very wrong. It's not pulling up our card. It sold last night for $75. Oh, it is a record. God dang, $7,500. Holy crap, that's a huge sale. That is way, way, way more than the 2022 sale, again, on Fanatics Weekly. So this one sold in 2022. It's number 114. Is this a different one? Yeah, it's a different one, but it's still an old PSA label. So I don't know. I can't figure out And then we got a Banchero next to it. This is the Signature Prime Materials Ruby, serial number to 15, PSA 9, does 7,800. Let's look it up. It's the Jordan Platinum Portrait. There's that product again, 97 Metal Universe. We saw the Championship Galaxy. Now we're looking at the Platinum Portrait. This is the PSA 8, $8,100 for this MJ. I'm somewhere in here, aren't I? Yeah, there I am. Here we go. Highest price ever paid last night, November 10th. 2024 all-time record. You broke it. Yes, the highest price before this was $7,200. So this is a humongous $900 jump over that record, which was also in 2024, which was a jump over the prior record, which was also in 2024, which was more than this card was paid for. Yeah, so you're looking at a card here that's been graded, what, 250 times? Yeah, about 264 times, something like that. 272 if you count SGC, because some people still, for some reason, decide to grade their 90s cards with SGC. I don't understand that if you're looking for value. The gem rate, 18%, 13%, 40 total PSA 10s out there. But this is a PSA 8, broke the all-time record. So good news there. So we reversed that little miniature trend we were seeing on some of the Jordan cards not selling for big numbers. So Kobe record, Jordan record in one row. Wow. And how about this one? I've never seen this card, but what a patch. Man, what an eye-popping patch. What a great-looking card. Too bad Jordan's in his green blazer instead of his Bulls uniform. It would have been worth, $50,000. But in his green blazer, like he won the Masters, this is a Pop 1, none higher, $9,000 for that. Premier penmanship. I feel like we just saw one of these sell in a PSA 10, or maybe it was a BGS 9.5, or maybe it was a BGS 1010. I don't know, but I feel like we just saw one of these sell, and it sold for a humongous number. But this is his BGS 9. It's serial number to only 23. It's number 7 out of 23, and this is a Pop 4, none higher. So maybe I'm full of crap, or maybe it was the PSA copy that sold. I don't know. I can't remember. But $9,300 for that card right there. And again, you guys have got to realize that might be an all-time record. I don't know. I'm not looking it up. You know why? Because I'm already, 30 minutes in. It's going to take me 40 minutes to finish this thing. It would take me 14 hours if I looked up every one of these cards and dinged the damn cowbell for every record. And it's not really a cowbell. It's just a bell. But I like saying the word cowbell because it makes me think of Will Ferrell and those folks. 1998, Skybox EX Century. This is Kobe's Essential Credentials Future. It is serial number to 81. How nice is that? Serial number to 81. Who knew? In 1998, they did not know what was coming and why the number 81 would be very, very important one day. Pop 2, there's 10 graded higher. This PSA 8 does $9,600. I feel like I looked it up. There it is. This is the highest price ever sold for a PSA 9. Another record, $9,600, broken last night. $9,600 for that Credentials Future. Credentials Future. Serial number to 81. Kevin Durant. When's the last time we saw Kevin Durant in one of these videos? I mean, he is on the Suns. The Suns are tearing it up in the West. It sounds like he just got hurt, along with John Morant, along with Zion Williamson. Imagine that. Those three guys got hurt. John Morant, Zion Williamson, and Kevin Durant. Who would have ever guessed that those guys would get hurt? Oh, guess who else is hurt? Joel Embiid. What? That's crazy. Who would have thought that Joel Embiid would be injured? 2007 Exquisite Collection, Kevin Durant, serial number to 25, BGS 9, $9,900. And here's that high voltage 500 that I mentioned to you guys. You notice the cracked ice pattern in the background? That's one way to distinguish it. The other way is just to flip the damn thing over and it's serial number to 500. So serial number to half of what that Take It to .net was serial number that we looked at earlier. The high voltage 500, again, beautiful card. Tier 2 Michael Jordan hierarchy card, $13,200 last night. Let's see if this Jordan card can do serious numbers. That is the highest price paid in the last 2 years, and it ain't close. It's up 50%. From $8,700 in 2022. Where are we all time? Nowhere near the all-time record. So we're still a little more than half of the all-time highest price ever paid. But you guys got to realize this is serial number to 500. It's only been 107 graded. Does that seem low to you? It does to me. And that's why there's some conjecture out there that maybe there's not 500. Maybe they didn't print 500. It seems odd that only 20% of all of the copies would be graded, and this includes cracks and resubs. But check out the gem rate on this. 8%, 5%. Look at the price point on the last PSA 10, 48 grand. BGS 9.5, $43,000. I am happy with my PSA 8 copy. I think that's what I have in my collection. Next to that, we've got a 2004 SP Authentics Fabrics Michael Jordan patch autograph. It's a tiny patch here. You can't see it, but the card's great looking. He's got the Concord 11s on, serial number to 50, BGS 9, 10 for the autograph, which is what we need to see. I like that it's diagonal. I like that there's kind of that feng shui, I don't know. I don't speak it. Kind of going in that direction. It's kind of leading you down the path as though Jordan's, you know, kind of attacking the rim and moving from left to right on this card. $15,000. That's no joke right there. That's a big number for that card. We're moving our way to the top. We're at the top 6, okay? We're at the top 6, and there's no jokes from here on out. All these cards are big boy cards. These are all premier auction-worthy cards. The Kobe Bryant credentials, serial number to 499. Remember, diamond cutting is always the issue on this card, but this BGS 8.5 Kobe does $15,000. I've got it pulled up. There's the card. Gorgeous card. Pop 50, $15,000. Again, let's not get carried away. Are Kobe cards up? Yeah, man, this card was a freaking $8,500 card 2 years ago, and look what it's done since then. All the way up to 15, 13, 8, 15 again. So way, way up from 2022 prices. That's a great sign for the Kobe market. But again, let's remember that all hell broke loose in 2021, and Kobe is still striving and driving as best as he can. Cake on his way back to 2021 prices. 1995 Stadium Club Beam Team Jordan, my favorite Beam Team. I know 92 matters. I like 93 is kind of a, you know, ugly stepchild. I do love, there's a Topps Chrome Gold serial number to 500 Beam Team. Believe it or not, yeah, go check it out. It's insane. It's beautiful. I have a PSA 10 copy, but this is my favorite Beam Team, and I always say it. It looks like Willy Wonka just vomited, and a bunch of colors came out, and this is the Beam Team, and it is absurdly die cut. It is absolutely incredible. Here it is right here. This card is very, very rare in PSA 10 for one reason. And it's because on the back, everything is chipped up on the top and the bottom. And this one is probably not going to be any different. Let's get in here. Let's get nasty. Let's dig in, right? Let's dig all the way up in here and check it out. And yeah, and you can see some chipping at the top edge right there. You'll see a little white corner here. It's just the way these damn things are down on the bottom. Bottom looks okay, but just realize this is the back of the card, obviously, but this is die cut into the card, almost like the Platinum Portraits, right? This is laser cut into the card at the top. The words beam are actually die cut, and so that's why this card is just miserable. 15,600, is that good or bad? Cajun, freaking give us the answer. Well, it's the all-time record, and it really isn't close. Holy hell. $15,600. If you look at this card, unlike the Kobe market, in 2021, what did this card sell for? $5,000. Well, it's 3x that. $15,600 last night. It is a pop 29 in PSA 10. I am a lucky owner of one of the 29 copies, and I did not pay $15,000 for my copy, so I feel very good about that. There are 10 BGS 9.5s, but you're talking about 39 gems in the world. That's why the PSA 9 and BGS 9 are both selling for about $1,000. I think that's too low. It's a 15-to-1 ratio. We talk about this all the time on my channel. We don't just talk about it with Jordans. We just talk about it with cards. You know, does it 15 times? You can have 15 PSA 9s or one PSA 10. Then 15x. Come on, man. We got to talk about this, right? How do we fix this? How does the hobby get this correct, right? Maybe it should be 10 and 4. Maybe it should be 15 and 6. I don't know what it should be. But it shouldn't be 15,000 and 1,000. That does not make any sense. It's too big of a margin, too big of a disparity between PSA 9 and PSA 10. Let's keep moving. Another Jordan card, another gem, another Tier 2 hierarchy, another monster. This is the cut above from 96 Skybox EX 2000. Same set that featured this Credentials Kobe over here. This card emanates from the exact same product, the 96 EX 2000. This Jordan is a BGS 9.5. Be very, very, very careful with these. There are many fakes out there. I am not an expert on fakes. Do not message me and ask me. I know mine's legit. I know that if I was going to buy one of these, even in a slab, I would reach out to one of those super experts in the 90s and confirm that the card that I was buying was real. I'm not saying this one's real or fake. I'm assuming this one's fine. Otherwise, it would have been pulled down or somebody would have said something and I would have heard about it, right? But this BGS 9.5 is a min gem because of the corners, right? And there's a bazillion corners. 16,800. Is it good or bad, Cajun? Just spit it out. There it is right there. That's your answer. Over the last 2 years, this is the second highest sale, right? 16,800. 19,000. This is close, right? 9,000 this card was about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. Now we're all the way up to 16,800. Where are we all time? Does this thing go crazy in 2021? Yeah, of course. $25,000 in 2001. I'm pretty sure that might be me, man. I feel like I paid like 18 grand for mine. I feel like this one might be one that I'm upside down on. I have to go back and check my Cajun research. I put my team of Cajun minions on it and find out. I don't think I'm doing great on this one, but I don't really give a damn because this is Cajun Eternity, baby, and that card is going nowhere. And here we are. This is the most eclectic, strange, oddball top three. It's sort of it's like a bunch of unlicensed blah, right? So you got 2/3 of it is unlicensed blah. Then you got a non-pack pulled Jordan in the middle, which is getting murdered in the market right now, as predicted, as expected. Let's look at the Jordan with Star 101 first. 8.5 is sort of the kind of the go-to grade. It's kind of like the PSA 8, maybe PSA 9 for the 86 Fleer. BGS 8.5 popped 253. Last sold for 79,000. The world was on fire. Star people were saying, "I told you so," and you're dumb for collecting 86 Fleer. And then we're down $29,000 in what, a month. So real shocker right there. Just kind of come on back to us. Come on back to where you belong. $50,000 for that BGS 8.5. That being said, let's be real clear, right? I always like to look at bigger picture as well. Over the last 6 months, the damn card's still up 35%. So Star people are, they're panicking. They're jumping off buildings. There's like, well, never mind. I'm not going to get into that. But down 29,000 is kind of scary. But the fact that that is probably still up 35% from where it was in May of 2024, 6 months ago, is still pretty freaking encouraging. So everybody can calm down. Now, the question is, does it go from 50 and hit 50 again? Or does it go to 39 and does it drop below the original floor, like a 37 or something crazy like that? That's when we can all panic. All of this, I say we, that's when the people who own the card and bought it for 79, 62, 63, 66, 65 can panic. And I told people that's not smart. You should not buy a card that doubled in 2 weeks. That doesn't make sense. Just because somebody said it's the rookie card, just because they printed about it in a magazine, it doesn't change anything. The card's been out for 40 years. The freaking card's coming back, right? And that does not mean it is not a crucial Michael Jordan card. I am going to own this card one day. I am going to put it in my collection. It is a tier 1 hierarchy card for a reason. It is one of Michael Jordan's 2 rookie cards. It means a lot. It is a very crucial, important card. I've already talked too much about it. I've got to have it. I've got to have it. If you're a Jordan collector, you probably need it. This is probably the grade that I will put into my collection because I think when all is said and done, this will probably be the grade that I feel most comfortable about being high enough to where it's a relatively limited supply. 250 is a lot, but it's a relatively limited supply, but I'm not going to pay a PSA tax. I'm not going to pay that PSA premium. Which, and that begs, I wonder what the PSA 8, I look at this all the time, but what's a PSA 8 worth? If a BGS 8.5 is 50 now, a PSA 8 should be what? $250,000? Okay, sure. Whatever, dude. That is going to be, the next PSA 8 that sells is going to be a very interesting video indeed. Let's just put it that way. All right, and then we've got the 2 unlicensed Wembies, which I don't even really want to talk about these cards. I just think these are the ugliest things I've ever seen, and I truly apologize if I'm offending whoever purchased these cards. I know there's something out there for everybody, and I'm not telling anybody how to collect. It was an interesting idea to do this Mercury product. It was an interesting deal, but there's, how many one-of-ones are there? There's a bazillion one-of-ones out there. This is just 2 more of those one-of-ones, 52,800, 28,200. Let's go look it up. Where are we? Here it is, right here. Okay, so these are, I just typed in Wembanyama Mercury, and I got 3,119 results. I sorted by price. We saw this one sell just the other day on the Fanatics Weekly, and I told you guys it was the highest selling Victor Wembanyama card of all time. It was that Nike Jumpman logo, patch auto thingy, right? Whatever. Raw. And then these 2 are raw as well. 52.8. This is the one that won the weekly auction. And so this is card number 1 on our weekly auction, number 147. The second highest paid ever for a Victor Wembanyama Mercury card. And then this one is the other. Where did I go? Where's the other one? 28,200. Why am I missing that card? 28,200. There it is. Nope. It's not in here. I don't know. For some reason, it did not pull that sale, but it would fit somewhere squarely in here, somewhere around the top 7, top 8. So 2 Victor Wembanyama unlicensed patch autos. We've got a Michael Jordan Star 101 BGS 8.5 that's on an interesting journey. We've got Insert City Jordan here. We got a Kobe Credentials rookie here in a BGS 8.5 that's on its way back, it looks like, right? And then we've got a Jordan Auto, a Kevin Durant sneaking into the top 10. I did not have that on my bingo card. A PSA 8 high voltage 500, and then another Kobe. So lots of Jordan, lots of Kobe, lots of Banchero, lots of LaMelo Ball. Where are you guys at on LaMelo Ball and Paolo Banchero? If you could choose one, who you choosing, Paolo Banchero or LaMelo Ball? LaMelo Ball is not hurt yet, but he's going to be. And Paolo Banchero is hurt right now. That's why prospecting is so frightening and why I got out of it. But, I admire and respect those who are steadfastly buying into prospects in today's market. It is a very tough game. It used to be a very easy game to play. It's a very tough game to play now. That's it, guys. 2 reminders. Card Ladder. Go buy a subscription. Use the promo code Cajun. Fanatics Collect. If you're going to submit your cards to sell on Fanatics Collect weekly, buy it now, or Premier Auctions, use the promo code Cajun. It doesn't get any simpler. It is so easy. I've got a video on my channel showing you how easy it is to just send your cards to Fanatics Collect and let them do all the work, wait for the money to hit your account, and you don't have to lift a finger, and then you can do whatever the hell you want with your money, right? You can go buy Beanie Babies. You can go buy V-Friends. You can go, do you remember those V-Friends? You can go buy NBA Top Shot, for God's sakes, if you're still in love with that. I think those are doing really well, but I haven't heard about that recently. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is the auction last night. Fanatics Collect 147 ended on November 10th. I hope you guys have a fantastic week in the hobby. I've got some great stuff coming up. I've got a really cool collector spotlight with a really big time collector in Indiana, but an even more important content creator in the hobby from Indiana, Indianapolis to be specific, coming out this week on the Collector Spotlight. I've got some other really cool videos coming in this week. I got a lot of cards back from PSA, so there'll be some grade reveal videos coming up very soon in the near future on this channel as well. And I've got a week-long start to finish 6 or 7 video journey of a collection, a raw Jordan collection that I bought, graded what I wanted to grade, grade reveal videos. We look at the numbers, we look at the profit and loss. It's one of those things. You guys saw me do this massive cross-country collection, which was like over 100,000 cards. Well, this is a much smaller version of that, but it's going to be a 7 video, I think 6 or 7 video series where start to finish, where I show you what I bought, what I graded, what it came back at, what it's worth, and we compare it and contrast it, and then we look at spreadsheets like a bunch of dorks. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Have a great week. Peace.